just got into Smoky Mountain National Park. There's like 20 inches of snow forecasted here in the next 3 or 4 days with wind chill down in the negative 14 range. I'm here to do some trail running. Should be exciting. Got fire started. I'm in the van at least tonight, maybe all nights, we'll see. I have backcountry permits for sleeping in the huts along the Appalachian Trail, if I can get to them and if I decide that I want to stay. So anyway, I'm going to make a longer episode about it, but I'll probably post a few shorts along the way too. So come along for the adventure. Should be pretty exciting. You guys like my coat? Sarah said that I should bring this. I told her I wasn't climbing Mount Everest, but I may enjoy it around the fire tonight. I just thought I'd share a thought. Smoky Mountain National Park, on paper, is pretty good for trail running in the winter. There's only 2 campgrounds, it appears, that are open during the winter. Smokebont and maybe Cades Cove. And the cool thing about Smokebont, it's off of Newfound Gap Road, but right back here is the Bradley Fork Trail, which is essentially kind of right there part of the Benton McKay Trail. And so from camp, I can hit the trail. There are literally hundreds of miles of trail here in Smoky Mountain National Park. I think most of them are going to be pretty well maintained. 9 miles up connects to the Appalachian Trail, and so you could go either direction on it. The Benton McKay, technically, you could run it all the way back down to my house, 180 something miles. And so for like a winter base camp, to set up the van, have a fire, cigar, whatever, and then do long day runs, like this is a pretty great location. And while it may be the busiest national park in the United States, this time of year, there are 2 other campers in this entire campground. So I basically have this place to myself. And I'm guessing the backcountry is even going to be more deserted just because it's winter, but especially since we got all this snow coming in and really intense weather. So I don't think there's going to be a lot of people back there. So we'll see how this 4 days goes, but this could be a pretty cool hack for trail running in the winter. I've done it a little bit, like a day or two, once before Sarah and I came up here and base camped out of Smokemont in our old GMC motorhome, and I trail ran. But this is going to be the first time extended, and I think the first time solo. May have been up here one other time solo, but I'm kind of excited about it because it's like having a national park to myself at a trailhead that has hundreds of miles of trail in a really, really scenic spot. So, I don't know. Could be kind of cool. Should have brought more firewood. I'm going to go through it pretty quick, it seems. Maybe I'm going to have to make a run. When I go to one of the days, I want to go down to the Deep Creek Campground, which is closed for the winter, but it's the trailhead for the Nolan Divide Trail. And the Nolan Divide Trail is the longest sustained climb in the Smokies. It's an 11-mile climb. It starts at the Dry Creek Campground, and it climbs up to the top of Klingman's Dome, which is the highest point in Smoky Mountain National Park. And to get there, I have to go back through the little town of Cherokee. And there's 2 good reasons for that. One is there's a great breakfast place called Peter's Pancakes and Waffles. It has an amazing breakfast. It opens at 6:30. So in theory, I could hit it early, get breakfast before I go run that trail. And then on the way back, there's a gas station that sells firewood. So that could be a good plan. I got to decide whether that's my plan for tomorrow, or whether my plan is right out of the van here to Bradley Fork, up to try to get to Peck's Corner, which is on the Appalachian Trail, which was where one of my shelters is at. My backcountry permit technically for there, I think, is Friday night. So maybe I do the Nolan Divide Trail. Up here and just kind of look around before I go cook. I gotta make a sandwich and get all my gear together for tomorrow. So I'll probably get not a super early start, but a decently early start. That way if I'm out longer, I don't have to worry about coming. Yeah, Big Creek is closed. None of those are gonna affect me, so. It runs along the river here. So I just wanted to get eyes on the trailhead. Also kind of scope out some campsites for when they open the backside of this campground in the spring, which sites I want to book. Literally book this site right here at the trailhead. Be pretty sweet. How about that? That'd be your campsite right there. And then the trailhead is right there. Pretty sweet. I think I'm gonna do lamb chops tonight. Pretty simple. My friend Johnny would call me bougie, but I'm gonna do some mac and cheese with it in the microwave. And I picked up some black truffle olive oil to go in the mac and cheese. Use a pretty low heat. It's hard to do one-handed, you know? That's what I get for not bringing a tripod. Remember when I used to put bourbon or scotch in that cup? Not anymore. March will be 1 year. My ambition's higher. I like it. Let's see, maybe go a little bit higher. 300. I think I may have to go a little higher here. I did it a couple times. Well, here's how we're shaping up. It looks like they're turning out pretty good. Well, here we go. Just gotta add the truffle oil to the mac and cheese. And then we're off to the races. Get my liquid death water. It's rained in a little while as the temperature continues to drop. So, I think tomorrow's going to be an out and back. And we'll go up as high as we can go. See how deep the snow gets. Some peptides. It's hard to sit here and not fall asleep. I suspect there's some snow. It rained for about 3 hours down here. So, there's going to be some snow up high. Greek yogurt, pumpkin seeds, walnuts, blueberries. It's not as good, but maybe it'll help a little bit. Exactly. I thought that might be the case, but it is. I'm 7 miles into the run. That means at a minimum it's going to be 14. I thought I'd do a quick thing on some things that have went right so far as gear choices go. Things that it might have kind of sort of went wrong. So first and foremost, I picked 2 layers, a merino wool layer and the Patagonia Nano Puff with a hoodie. Both of them have hoods. And my thought was that way I can easily thermoregulate temperature. That has worked great. Next thing that has worked great is I sprayed my Salomon Speedcross with Ninwax water repellency, because these are not the Gore-Tex model, and I put toe warmers inside. So far that has been great. What hasn't been so great is these tubes on my water pack. They're freezing up, and so I'm learning that you have to blow all the air back down in there so that you can still drink. The other thing is I'm wishing that I had a light tinted pair of sunglasses, because getting a little bit of sparklies in my vision just from the little bit of snow blindness. It's not bad. Nothing that's going to be a serious issue. And the other thing that kind of a bonus is I put a spare pair of wool socks in my pack in a Ziploc bag. I haven't used them. I don't know that I'm going to need to use them, but if my feet got wet, I'm going to be really glad that they're in there. So interesting thoughts about trail running in the snow. Well, there's 14 miles coming back into the campground now. How do you know that it's below freezing, JP? How can you tell? Well, my beard for one, and my water bottles for 2 are all frozen. That was pretty epic. It ended up being basically 7 miles uphill and then 7 miles downhill. So I like that one. That was a good one. Well, I'm back to the van. I've had a sandwich. I've had a nap. And now I am having a fire before it gets dark. Well, after it gets dark too. Probably have a cigar, and then I'll go cook. 14 miles, 7 miles up, 7 miles down. Snow didn't come as much as they forecasted. I think the deepest I probably saw was between 5 and 6 inches. It was really cold up high though. It's really cold here right now. I'm guessing it's probably 19 here at the van. So up high, I'm guessing it was probably single digits today during the middle of the day. But it was a good run. My hip's a little sore. Hopefully that feels better tomorrow. And good day. Hopefully you enjoyed some of the footage. Cat track. Obviously going opposite direction from me, but well, that's cute. It's a big elevation in the Smokies, and I'm waking up to snow. Pretty sweet. Well, I'm here at the race start, getting my shit together. My legs don't feel completely dead, so that's a plus. Anyway, see you on the other side. Well, I just finished the Solly 30K, which was kind of unexpected. So I think that wraps up an epic weekend. I think it makes 42 miles with about 8,000 feet of climbing over the last 3 days. So it's good. On the whole, I felt pretty good. Actually, I felt great. My legs were sore today, but I didn't suffer at all. So anyway, thanks for coming along on the ride. See you again soon.